everyone. I'm Eszter Kovács, co-founder and CEO of Drone Talks, and today I am talking with Evan, who is the CEO of A2Z Delivery, Drone Delivery, right?
CTO, yes.
CTO, sorry, every day is a school day, thanks.
No problem.
So, what the company does, I don't know you, I don't know the company, so educate me, teach me, please.
Yes, so we're actually a technology provider, so we design and build hardware for the drone delivery industry. We got our start building a drone winch. We were the first to bring a commercial-grade drone winch to the market, and that was our first product launch. And we saw a lot of traction. We weren't really sure that the industry was ready for something like this, but we thought that there was a place for it, and we built it, and people liked it. So we saw it adapted for a variety of use cases. It got used in residential delivery, search and rescue applications, people using it for medical, as well as some intersite logistics. And we were excited, and so we've revamped it, and we've essentially now released our second and third products are a drone delivery winch that's better than the first. We took those learnings, applied them, made it better, as well as created a vehicle. We made a drone platform to fly. Basically built the drone around the winch to get the most out of it.
So, I'm going to be a little bit rough now, because it's the last part of the interview series of the event. Like, who pays? Who are your customers? And, the big question of this event, where is the money? Because we all need to create revenue, right?
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, are you already creating revenue? And I heard in a corridor talk you have some great partnerships. So how does it look like?
Yes, it's a very good question. So I would say we kind of have two broad facets. There's those who are looking very future forward and trying to prove the concept before that value is being generated.
Yeah.
Obviously, the main sector we see that is commercial, residential delivery.
Yes, correct.
And so an early partnership with DroneUp has really helped us kind of validate our concept. And so there are real-world deliveries being done to customers with our products.
Amazing.
However, the value there is coming from, excited investors who believe that this is the wave of the future. So, as a hardware provider, that still fuels us because, we're getting our stuff out there and we're getting paid for it. But that's sort of a longer-term vision. We also really want to keep our eye on those places where drone delivery today can deliver value. The places we're seeing that, a lot of that is in logistical intersite delivery. So places where downtime for machinery is very, very costly, and essentially the current solution is to maybe drive a truck around a busy factory floor or aircraft site, and every minute those are down is a lot of money down the drain. So if we can replace that with a point-to-point aerial solution and cut down that time, huge savings value that can be, garnered today and pay us to develop this tech.
No, that's clear, and to me it's clear in years. But did you do any sales in that direction, or do you have already revenue coming in from those?
Yes, so we've been bootstrapping our way up from those early sales, both from places realizing the value now and those basically taking a gamble on the future.
Awesome, finally,
Yes.
I want to hear this because, what we talk in this show even, everyone has a vision, we all count how many dollars we save with drones, we all know this, we all have a business case, so we get the investment. But do we sell it? Really, people buy it? And it seems like they do, right?
Yes, they do.
So you have use cases where they pay money for the solution on the internet.
Yeah. And we would, of course, love, some buy it and are out using it, and some buy it, a lot of times we sell a sample unit and they try it out. And, we have many in-pipeline folks who basically have our tech in-house and are, looking to decide if it will go the distance and get those larger orders that are going to continue to fuel us.
And you're just developing a new model, right?
Yes.
So do you use the experiences received from your customers or partnerships?
Of course, it's the most valuable thing that informs our development, because truth be told, there's dozens of ways to conduct drone delivery. There's many competing specs, size, weight, power, strength, durability, and it's unclear which of these we need to focus on. So that first round with our V1 kind of told us what's important, what's not. For example, the very first product we launched, we hyper-focused on time on site. We thought if we can get that drone in and out very, very quickly, that's going to be a huge value. And in fact, that value proposition definitely got us in the door a lot of places. However, practically speaking, the mechanical stress of creating a system, so it would fall and then catch the package with a
Yeah.
soft brake before the ground. Very exciting. Worked very well, but from an optics perspective, we found people were often worried watching this, and it looks sometimes a little
Yeah.
scary to have your payload falling. And the trade-offs involved in building a device to do this adds enough weight and complexity and maintenance that when we really looked at what was important, we decided, you know what, it's actually a stronger value proposition to just have it controlled lower all the way down.
Yeah.
So that's just one example of, you know, we thought something was important, it was to some, but if we swap it out and focus on other things,
Yeah.
we can generate more value.
No, but we all do this. You know, I thought the Drone Talks Million thing is like gonna be fantastic, and no one wanted it, and which I thought like, hey, I just put it to give a try. People loved it, right?
Yes.
So it's all like a development of a product with the user in mind. Yeah. And so I know that you have other plans as well, you know, because I always chit chat with everyone before their talk. So what the company plans now? How do you see the drone market, and how can you kind of expand your operations, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, so truth be told, we have lots of ideas in the pipeline. So a few ideas is, you know, grow horizontally and broaden our reach in these sort of peripheral pieces of technology that help other other providers succeed. Or we can see ourselves going vertically and sort of going from a hardware provider to more of a service provider. And we have, you know, things in the works and discussions in both of these. We actually we're a lean company, and we're going to leverage that by seeing what kind of traction we get from our current products, where are those applications doing well, and kind of then focusing our efforts there. So I would say we've been in a big dev cycle. We are now in a big, you know, observation cycle of seeing where the wind blows and deciding where to focus our efforts among our options.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how would you forecast the drone market, in your own opinion? You know, what's going to happen with the drone market? And be honest, you know, what do you see?
So within residential delivery, I see a lot of success coming from the larger companies who can do more things in-house. And this is actually something I've changed on recently. Some of the talks today and traction I've seen from those big players is impressing regulators, because they can open up their curtain and show the whole process. And I think when they're going through those legal processes to get approval and lobby with the FAA, they have both the resources and the full system at view to demonstrate that this is working and that they can kind of walk that regulatory line farther and farther. So in these more heavily regulated spaces, I see the big players getting some success. But for these more niche applications, you're going to have the better tech when you can have startups hyper-focusing on each niche,
niches,
bringing
yeah.
together like the Legos that create a full system. And I think there's going to be a lot of promise for those in more commercial and logistics spaces where the tech, as opposed to the legislation, is the big barrier.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much, Evan,
Thank
for the
you.
nice
It was
chat.
a pleasure to
Thank
have
you.